All right, my dear children of class 12 science, today again I welcome all of you through this mode of teaching as we are following, that is YouTube mode, and we do continue today with the determination of Planck's constant. Determination what constant? Planck's constant from Einstein's photoelectric equation. Determination of Planck's constant from Einstein's photoelectric equation. And children, for your information, in the last YouTube video we derived an expression of Einstein's photoelectric equation. And if you remember, the equation is like this: 1 by 2 mb max square equals to h nu minus nu naught. H nu minus nu naught. So if you look at this relation, this is the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons. Is equals to h nu is the frequency of incident light radiation minus nu naught, as you know, it is threshold frequency. This is what frequency? Threshold frequency. So this Albert Einstein, who proposed this equation, he derived the formula, the equation, in order to explain photoelectric effect, was completely in agreement with the concept of new nature of light, which was proposed by what? Max Planck, and this nature is called particle nature of light. So children, remember this part. Einstein's photoelectric equation even give the verification of Max Planck hypothesis, which was prepared by Max Planck only, that is called quantum hypothesis. Okay, quantum hypothesis. Okay, and that hypothesis actually say that the light from a given source travel in the form of a small bundle of packets of particle of definite energies, and they are called photons. Means light has what nature? Particle nature. So because photons are the what? Light particles. Now in this particular YouTube video, we even measure the value of this Planck's constant, h. Okay, and in order to calculate the value of Planck's constant, I use this equation, that is called Einstein's photoelectric equation. Now, as you know, children, that this maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons is also expressed in terms of what potential? Stopping potential. In terms of what potential? Stopping potential. So I consider, suppose V naught is the what potential? Stopping potential. Stopping potential, another name is also called cutoff potential. Cutoff what? Potential. So if B naught is the stopping or cutoff potential, then we can also write 1 by 2 mb max, the maximum kinetic energy of photoelectrons, equals to E B naught, where E is the charge of electrons, photoelectrons. Means this particular equation, okay, let me just give this, say, as equation number 1. I replace this quantity by E B naught. So can I write this way also? E B naught, this I replace by E B naught equals to H nu minus what? Nu naught. So now from here I'll make B naught as the subject. If I make B naught as the subject, this E will go in the denominator, and I divide to each term on the right hand side. Okay, so it will be H by E. This I take the E in the denominator, but inside the bracket there is nu minus nu naught. So let me just open the bracket by multiplying this H by E. It will be H by E nu minus H nu naught by E. Yes, the relation now I have written as B naught equals to H by E into nu minus H nu by naught by E. So I give this, say, as equation number what? 2. Now this is also the equation of straight line, but for B naught in terms of what? Nu. Sorry, B naught in terms of nu. Means stopping potential in terms of frequency is expressed by this equation, and this is also the equation of what line? Straight line. This is the equation of what line? Straight line. The equation of straight line. Because in this stopping potential, as you know, completely depends on the frequency of incident light. When this changes, frequency, stopping potential also changes. That's why this common equation which I have formed, a linear equation, is also called the equation of what line? Straight line. Now using this equation, which is actually formed by one of the scientists, I tell you, one of the scientists whose name was Millikan's, J.A. Millikan's. J.A. Millikan's. Now he was the person who actually calculated the value of E. See, as I said also in the last YouTube video, the value of E was calculated as 1.6 into minus 19 coulomb. Is actually by one of the scientists called J.A. Millikan's. So the value of charge of each electron is actually discovered and measured by J.A. Millikan's. And this is the scientist who even got Nobel Prize for determining this fundamental charge. Okay, so what Millikan also did, he took this Einstein's equation formed in this manner and he plotted the graph between this B naught and nu. B naught and what? Nu. Because if you see this graph is similar to equation of straight line, because equation of straight line means y equals to what? Mx plus c. So this is the common equation. This is where m is the slope, where c is the intercept. So if you compare, B naught is similar to y, okay, x is similar to nu, the frequency which is variable. So m is the slope, that is equals to h by e. So if you compare out here, m is h by e, which is the slope. Is the slope of what? Line, straight line. And out here minus h nu by e is equals to c. This is equals to c. H nu naught by e is equals to c. But you know, in this equation of straight line, this h nu by c h nu naught by e is actually equals to the what function? Work function also. This also equals to what function? Work function. Because when we plot a graph between B naught and nu, we see a graph also as a what? Straight line, not passing from the origin. But every straight line has an intercept, and the negative intercept that we plot also measure the what? Value of what? Value of h nu naught by e, and this actually is called work function. So children, J.A. Millikan plotted a graph between B naught and nu, and this graph you can see out here. So I plotted out already out here. So y-axis is taken as stopping potential B naught, and x-axis is taken as the frequency of incident light. So when you take this equation to plot this graph, yes, your equation will be your graph will be a straight line graph, a linear graph, but not passing from the origin. Not passing from the what? Origin. So when you draw the straight line graph and touch at this frequency axis, then this frequency will be marked again by letter nu naught. And you know what is nu naught out there? Threshold frequency, or also called cutoff frequency, which is the lowest frequency for which the photoelectron will just eject from the metal plate. So this is threshold frequency. Okay, but even if you draw a dotted line, backward line on this stopping potential axis, which is actually also equals to what? The maximum kinetic energy of the photoelectrons. This intercept, negative intercept, as I said already, is equivalent to h nu naught by e. This is minus h nu naught by e. And this negative intercept of h nu naught by e is actually also defined in the form of work function. The work function means the minimum energy required to eject the electrons from the metal plate. Okay, but the most important thing the Millikan actually concentrate on this graph is to find the value of the value of what? Constant that is involved in the equation, and this constant is called Planck's constant. You know, h is Planck's constant. See, Max Planck already calculated the value of Planck's constant as 6.6 v into 10 to minus 34 joule second. This is in one decimal place. Even we can write this as 6.63 10 to minus 34 joule second. So if you write this value of h in two decimal places, 6.63 into minus 34 joule second. If you round up in one decimal place, you can write as 6.6 into minus 34 joule second. But J.A. Millikan was trying to verify whether this value is constant, is a universal constant or not. Okay, so for that he plotted this graph. So from this graph, he calculated the slope. So in order to calculate the slope of the graph, then we can make a right angle triangle. Okay, and in this right angle triangle, let me just give the name as say A, B, C. So the slope of this line is measured by, is equals to what? H by E. So if you look at this equation, H by E, I have already written out here as the slope of the line. The slope of this line is equals to H by E. Okay, H by what? E. So to measure the slope of any line, you know, the slope of the line is always measured by tan of theta. Suppose I consider this angle, say the theta. The tan of theta measure the slope. And you know, tan of any angle theta is given by what? Perpendicular by base. So if you look at this right angle triangle, this is your perpendicular, this is your base. So let me write down BC by what? AC. So from the graph, we can calculate BC, we can calculate AC. Okay, BC means the change in the stopping potential. This is along y-axis, and AC is the change in the frequency. That is along x-axis. Okay, but children, slope, this is slope, and this slope is equals to what? H by E. So H by E equals to BC by what? AC. So H, if I make H as the subject, it will be E into BC by what? AC. So from this graph, Millikan's made the equation to calculate the value of H in this manner. That means H is equivalent to E into BC by AC. Now in this equation, if you see, Millikan has already calculated the value of E, that was this much. He put this value of E out here, and even he calculated from the graph the value of BC and AC. So after putting the value of E and BC and AC, he was surprised to see that the value of slope, okay, was even found to be as, say, 6.63. So I am writing the value out here, children. 6.63 into 10 minus 34 joule second. Now this value that is actually calculated by Millikan from this graph, which is exactly similar to the value which was calculated already by Max Planck. So from here it was confirmed by the Millikan also that the Max Planck equation, okay, the hypothesis is exactly in agreement with the explanation of photoelectric effect. So Albert Einstein, who proposed this, applied this quantum theory of hypothesis, proposed a Max Planck, which is completely in agreement to explain photoelectric effect. So under this case, it is now verified that H, which is constant, is basically a universal constant, because this constant value which we have calculated for particular metal, if you do for other metal also, you get similar type of graph, but the value of constant always remains same. That's why this H is a Planck's constant, which is always a what constant? Universal constant. So one of the universal constant is Planck's constant. So under this case, Albert Einstein even got Nobel Prize for explaining photoelectric effect. So photoelectric effect is one of the important phenomenon that explain and give another nature of light, that is particle nature of light. So children, as far the radiation is concerned, the study of light is concerned, the light has two nature, wave nature as well as particle nature. Means dual nature. Light has both the nature. Wave nature also, it shows wave nature also, it shows particle nature also. That's why we completed one of the part that is called dual nature of radiation. Now children, in the next YouTube video we learn and we measure the energy, the momentum, okay, the speed, okay, of photons, and that was calculated even by Albert Einstein. And that you learn in the next YouTube video.